Hello, dragons. Hey, Mr. Jackson here, checking in. It's the afternoon, and that means we get to spend some time together reading. And of course, this week we're reading Junie B. Jones and the Silly Smelly Bus. And we've read the first 6 chapters. Today we're going to read chapters 7 and 8. And tomorrow we'll finish the book, chapters 9 and 10. So let's get going. Chapter 7 is Peeky Holes and Spying. And if you remember, Junie B. Jones determined that she is a very good hider, and she was hiding in her classroom, and now everyone has left school, and she's been in her classroom all by herself. So here's chapter 7. After a while, I started getting a little bit thirsty. That's what happens when chalk sprinkles in your throat. I would like a drink of water, I think, I said. Then I put my hands on my hips. Yeah, only what if somebody sees you at the water fountain? Then they might call the silly smelly bus to come get you. And so you better not go. I stamped my foot. Yeah, only I have to go because there's chalk in my throat. Then all of a sudden I got a great idea. I pulled a chair over to the door, and I peeked out the window at the top. I'm a good peeker. One time I peeked right into Grandpa Miller's mouth when he was sleeping, and I saw that dangly thing that hangs down in the back. I didn't touch it, though, because I didn't have a little stick or anything. That's why. Oh, goodness. Anyway, I didn't see anybody in the hall, and so I opened the door a crack, and I sniffed, because when you sniff, you can smell if there's people around. I learned sniffing from my dog, Tickle. Dogs can smell everything. People can mostly just smell big smells, like stink and flowers and dinner. Nope, don't smell anyone, I said. Then I ran to the water fountain, and I drank for a long time. And nobody tapped on me and said, "Hurry up, girl." After that, I stood on my tippy toes, and I tippy-toed to the media center, 'cause I love that place, remember? The media center is kind of like a fort. The shelves are like walls, and the books are sort of like bricks, and you can move some of them around and make peeky holes. Peeky holes are what you spy out of. Then if you see somebody coming, you can make your breath very quiet, and they won't find you. I spied for a long time, but nobody came. The only people in the media center were just me and some fish. The fish were in a big glass tank. I waved at them in there, and then I stirred them with a pencil. I love fish very much. I eat them for dinner with coleslaw. Just then I saw my most favorite thing in the whole world. Its name is an electric pencil sharpener. And I was sitting right on the librarian's desk. "Hey," I said, very excited, "I think I know how to work that thing." Then I looked in the desk drawer, and guess what? There were lots of brand new pencils in there, and so I sharpened them. It was funner than anything, because an electric pencil sharpener makes a nice noise, and you can make pencils as teeny as you want. Just keep pushing them into the little hole, and they just keep on getting teenier and teenier. It doesn't work on crayons, though. I tried a red one. Then the pencil sharpener slowed down, and then it made a sound. And after that, it didn't go anymore. Just then, I heard a noise. It was walking feet. And it made me scared inside because I didn't want anyone to find me. That's why. And so I squatted way down and looked through my peeky hole. Then I saw a man with a trash can. He was singing, "Somewhere over the rainbow." That's a song I know. It's from my favorite movie, which is called The Wizard of Oz. The man with the can didn't see me. He walked down the hall. Then I heard him go outside. I stayed squatted down for a long time, but he never came back. Phew, that was a close one, I said. And so then I ran to find a better place to hide. Chapter 8 is called The Dangerous Nurse's Office. Guess where I ran to? Straight to the nurse's office, of course, because there are those little plaid blankets to hide under. There's other neat stuff in there too, like a scale to weigh yourself and a sign with a giant E and other letters. The nurse uses the sign to test your eyes. She points to the letters and you have to yell out their names. You have to yell the E the loudest. That's how come it's so big. And guess what else I saw in the nurse's office? BandAids. That's what. I love those guys. They were on top of the desk, and so I opened the lid and sniffed them. I said, because BandAids smell just like a brand new beach ball. Then I dumped them out. They were the most prettiest BandAids I ever saw. They were red and blue and green and also yellow, which is a color I don't like. And they were different shapes too. There were squares and circles, and some were the very long kind, which are called tangles, I think. I put a green circle on my knee. That's where I fell down on the sidewalk last week. It's mostly all better now, but if I press it very hard with my thumb, I still can make it hurt. After that, I put a blue tangle on my finger. That's where I got a splinter from the picnic table. Mother pulled it out with tweezers, but there's still some table in there, I think. Also, I put a red square on my arm. That's where Tickle scratched me, because I got him all wound up. Just then, I saw the nurse's purple sweater. It was hanging on her chair. I put it on. Now, I'm the nurse, I said. Then I sat down and I pretended to call the hospital. Hello, hospital? It's me, the nurse. I need some more BandAids and some aspirins and some cherry cough drops. Only not the kind that make your mouth feel freezy. And I need some lollipops for when the kids get needles. And also I need a little stick or something because I have to touch that dangly thing that hangs down in your throat. Then I pretended to call room 9. Hello, missus? Please send that Jim to my office. I have to give him a shot. Just then I saw the most favorite thing in the whole world. They were near the door, and their name is crutches. Crutches are for when you break a leg. Then the doctor puts it in a big white cast with just your piggies sticking out. And you can't walk on it, and so she gives you crutches to swing yourself. I ran over and picked them up. Then I put them under my arms, only they were way too long for me, and I didn't swing that good. And so then I got another idea. I carried them to the nurse's chair, and I climbed up there, so I was real tall. And then I put the crutches under my arms, and they fitted just right. After that, I stood on the edge of the chair, and I leaned forward very slow. Except then, a terrible thing happened. The chair was on wheels, and it rolled away from my feet. And I got stuck on the crutches way high in the air, and I was very dangly up there. Hey, I shouted, get me down from here. Then I wiggled around, and one of the crutches slipped, and I came crashing down, and I banged my head on the desk. Ow, I yelled, ow, ow, ow. Then I picked up the phone. I quit this silly job, I said. And then I ran out of there very fast because the nurse's office is a dangerous place and crutches aren't my favorite things. Well, my friends, that's chapter 7 and chapter 8. We've got 2 more chapters to go, chapter 9 and chapter 10. Chapter 9 is called Zooming Speedy Fast, and chapter 10 is called Me and That Grace. 2 more chapters and we'll finish this book. Hey, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I've had an amazing day. I can't wait to meet with you again tomorrow. And until then, and always, remember, I love you. I want you to be successful. That will not change. Take care.